got a whole Harvard doc manuscript.
Y'all, wait, no, I ain't playing with that. Listen, when y'all see it, y'all know
I was on my little notes. Just random misspells.
No, but I was really prepared, y'all. Hey y'all, it's Ashley me and back with another video, and today I have a beautiful guest next to me, Sierra. She is a beautiful model. She is international. She's just amazing. And I got a few questions today, and it's just some things that I've always thought of when it comes to models. I work with so many great people, and I just want to peer into some information, the 411, okay? So we about to get into some questions. I wrote them down, y'all, and let's go.
Girl, you had a whole Harvard doc manuscript.
Y'all, wait, no, I ain't playing with that. Listen, when y'all see it, y'all know
I was on my little notes. Just random misspells.
No, but I was really prepared, y'all. Like, I just gotta be prepared.
You got your name and date.
I do, y'all. Wait, it's really serious. Y'all see that? But no, I'm just like to be prepared. Okay. All right. So the first question is, how did you get your start, and what inspired you to start modeling?
Okay. So I was actually growing up. People would approach me and my mom and say, "Is your daughter a model?" And we both kind of just shrugged it off because I wasn't really interested at the time, but I also had very, very low self-esteem and was very, very shy. So after a while, my mom was like, well, maybe we can give it a chance to see if it helps with your esteem and like getting you out of your shell. She knew I love fashion still to this day, so we also thought it would be a great avenue for me to like get more into the fashion industry.
Yeah.
So at 15, an agency approached me, was interested, ended up signing with them.
Ooh.
And it's kind of been doing it for almost 15 years now.
Oh my goodness, that is
So,
amazing. I like how it started with like your mom just seeing like, hey, we're not going to allow you to sit in this low self-esteem mode and realize your beauty, realize what people have been telling you. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know what I mean, of just something you're so natural with, and that is carrying you throughout your days. That's awesome.
I will say, what we didn't know is that models have some of the lowest esteem.
Ooh.
So what we thought would help my esteem ended up making it a little worse. But I've learned how to navigate out of that and to look at it as a business perspective and not that I'm not good enough.
Absolutely. So it's just that shift of perspective. And like, I would understand why that industry would have so much low self-esteem because of what people are looking to you guys. It's literally about your looks.
Yes, which you only have so much control over. So
gosh, that kind of is peering into one of the questions. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But okay, love that answer. Number 2. So picture it. You're in a photo session. The photographer's about to start. What is going through your mind to get you into that real good mode of modeling?
Okay, I will say it changed. When I first started modeling, I had a different mindset to now I've been doing it forever. I have a different mindset.
Okay.
But when I first started modeling and I would be behind the camera, it would just be straight nerves. I would just be like, I don't know how to pose. I don't know how I look on camera, like what this person wants me to do. Am I gonna look too fat? Am I gonna look this way or that way? So it would just be pure like, I don't know what to do. As I started modeling more and getting more comfortable and gaining confidence, it's more of, okay, I'll usually like look at the photographer's mood board, the style, to see what they like and what they want. And then I'll try to study poses from things that are similar to that. And then as soon as the camera starts, I just kind of naturally think about what I study beforehand and just kind of let it flow, and I don't overthink it.
Good.
And then it also helps when the photographer is directing you of kind of what to do, and then you guys kind of have like a collaborative effort of the posing and the motions and everything.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like preparing yourself before you get in front of the camera, so that you're not failing in a sense. Kind of like how we take tests, we prepare to study.
Right.
Okay, I got it. Cool. So is it like how Beyonce be with her Sasha Fierce. It's like, okay, Sasha Fierce, turn on now.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to turn on a character because modeling is acting.
Wow, I've never heard that.
Yeah,
y'all.
it is.
Really? Yeah, because you're staging poses. You're absolutely like how
Costumes,
actors do.
Yeah.
That is too good. That's too good. All right, number 3. Are there any misconceptions or misreads about modeling and just modeling in general as far as the occupation?
What
do people look at it and be like?
People think, I guess it also depends on the country and the area you're in. But I think people think models are rich or make a lot of money, which can be true.
Yeah.
Because you can book a job and that can literally cover your maybe expenses for the month and then some. Yeah. But then it's like, usually you only get those bookings every once in a while.
Sure.
So a lot of models are struggling just trying to make ends meet. So it's very hard to do it full time.
Okay.
There's also other situations that I don't want to get into, but a lot of the times if the model is only modeling and maybe stuck in a foreign country and like doesn't have a way of really making ends meet, sometimes they have to do other things that they're compromising their selves and their bodies just to be able to pay the bills. But I feel like a lot of people, especially agencies, I don't want to get on to my I don't want to call them, I don't want to say that word.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to call agencies scams because I'm in agencies.
Yeah.
But the agencies are looking out for themselves at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
They make you feel like they're looking out for the model, but we're just an object at the end of the day for them to make the money. So I think the industry, there's a lot of good things about the modeling industry, but there's also a lot of things that needs to be corrected.
Wow. So when you're talking about agencies and just how you kind of feel like they, project you guys as objects, what do you feel like?
And maybe I should clarify that word object. I don't mean to say it in a, I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean.
But it's like they provide a service which is providing models to clients.
Yeah.
So all they care about is what their clients want and making sure that we fit this exact mold so that they can constantly give us to their clients so that they can make their money on the back end.
Got it.
And they don't a lot of agencies don't really care how they say certain things to you that can really mess up your esteem.
Ooh.
So,
and that's one thing that I wanted to inquire about is when it comes to agencies and recruiters and people like that, it always kind of gets me a little weirded out to having this panel of people judge what looks good.
Right.
That for me it kind of gets me into a place of by what standard? By what how are you measuring what looks good? You never know, someone with a gap looks beautiful to the whole world, but to you you're saying, oh no, next. Why? And I think that those are the questions that I always have for models, and I feel for you guys because it's you have these people judging what you look like, what you couldn't change. You're born this way, and then I feel like that goes into, and you can probably peer into it, that goes into people trying to do a lot of cosmetic changes to fit
which
this way.
I will admit that I have said and still am struggling with wanting to do certain things to myself just to feel like I am still relevant as I'm of course getting older.
No, y'all, look at Sierra. Gorgeous. Y'all in the comments, gas my girl up, okay? No, absolutely. But no, you know what? Even if it was a yes, that's totally fine. I'm just saying
I don't need it.
No.
But in my mind, I feel like I still struggle with that.
See? And that's one thing. Ooh, I just wish
God's
that.
not through me yet.
Yeah. I wish recruiters would just be a little bit more, give more grace. And of course, you probably ran into some good ones. You know what I mean? Sure. But I feel like just give more grace to people that are trying to work for you and understand that, hey, if you tell me that this pose looks good, or if you tell me that, hey, maybe if you change this hair color or something, do it in a way that will make me feel lifted up and not brought down. You know what I mean?
I will say this, because I actually worked in an agency before too, so I have the experience of being in front of the camera and then also being behind the scenes. Us as a consumer helps to set the beauty standards or trends, because at the end of the day, let's say, I'm trying to think of an example of a beauty client.
Like Sephora? Or like
so let's say Sephora. Yeah. So Sephora sees that, okay, when we use this white model with red hair and freckles, more of our products sell. So let's keep casting these same girls. And as they're reaching out to the agencies, okay, like, oh, they really like these redhead girls with the freckles, so let's try to find more redhead freckle girls.
Yeah.
So if we can kind of be, as a consumer, it's like, well, I want to support this black-owned business, or like Fenty. I want to buy Fenty because the girls look like me.
Yeah. And
Fenty just keeps hiring the same, not the same models, but like chocolate models or caramel models or whatever. Then clients will start to, the agency will say, okay, let's get some more black girls signed with the agency because we see that Fenty wants, or Sephora wants more of this, and we want to make money. So
it's real businessy.
Yeah, it's very
real
businessy.
Like chess move type.
So, like, we like kind of focus on, let's try to support businesses that are, or demanding that these bigger businesses use more of us or use more diversity, then it'll help it trickle down to the agencies.
Wow, I think that is really profound and just great information. Oh, okay, so let's get to the next question. All right, so my next one is, well, I would preface it by saying, as a photographer, I need muses, I need clients, I need people, and that's what makes me a photographer in a sense. So would you say that the relationship between a model and a photographer needs to have trust? And what makes a model feel that with a photographer?
Oh, for sure. I feel like if you have trust with your photographer and vice versa, you feel more comfortable shooting and you're more likely to get whatever your vision is. Yeah. I would say to build up that trust is to make the model feel welcomed, make her feel beautiful, and to reassure her like what she's doing, or even if she might not be necessarily posing in the way that you imagine, kind of direct her in the way that you want her to pose, but still like encouraging her as you're shooting. Because I've heard some horror stories about girls shooting with photographers, and it's not like it's even paid shoots, it's just collab shoots, and they just like talk the girls down, where the girls are leaving the shoots crying. So it's like, you're not gonna get, you talking down on somebody, you're not gonna get what you want.
No, you're not. That's just not life.
Shoot.
No,
yeah.
That you're not going to see something grow or bloom before you if you're stomping on it like a plant. You're not going to stomp on it and not water it and it just grow. No, you gotta water it. You gotta welcome it. You gotta put some sun on it.
Baby it in a sense, especially like with younger models, because we all start like just not unsure, and then you already got your agency telling you you're not good enough. So I think just having that reassurance that you're fine, you're doing a good job, helps to build that trust.
So that really peers into my next kind of point, is that photographers, yes, we are solo dolos. We are looked at as one person show, one woman, one man show. But I really do feel like photographers forget that we are still in the people business, and that the way you handle people, you need to learn how to, you know, strengthen that. You know, your customer service still needs to be in play, and making sure that you know this is a person. This is not just an object that is going to make you a lot greater on your portfolio. And so I think that a lot of photographers need to learn more about how to talk to people. I think for me, I think as a photographer, especially as a woman, I can understand way more closely with women models and things like that. But I really do feel like, just in general, when it comes to photography and photographers, is who you're working with is a person also. Just make sure that you know that, and know that they have feelings. They are not, when you cut them, they bleed. When you talk bad about them, they'll go home and feel a way about it, no matter how strong they may put on. You know, so just keep that in mind. So does your comfortability level affect your way to pose and work?
Yeah, for sure. Because if I'm not comfortable, you're gonna see it on camera, you're gonna see it in my face, you're gonna see it in my posing. So like you said, photographers need to have people skills, and they need to be nice.
Please be nice. It's not hard to be nice. It don't cost you nothing, literally.
Also, to bounce off of that, like I always say, never look at a person's following. because you never ever know who that person knows. Like, you could be shooting a girl who may have like 30 followers, but she knows people that are running stuff, or people that can help book you or get you like further in your career. So you
I'm
always
a testament to that.
Pleasant, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. So I would say the same too. Just in general, welcome people in, make them feel comfortable. If you're a photographer watching this, make sure that you take some time down and look at yourself and be like, hey, if I was entering to a photo shoot, how would I want to feel? What would make me feel skeptical? What would make me feel not welcome? Note those down and do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Do the opposite. Now, this question really it was going back into the one that we were talking before about pressure. When it comes to modeling, do you feel like there's an internal pressure to always be on, always look amazing?
Always, every second.
Even though that's not real, that's not a realistic life, y'all.
In my mind, yeah.
But is there always a pressure?
Like,
really?
To this day, I can't. If I gain a couple pounds, I'm just like beat myself up about it.
Really?
If I wake up and my face is just like broken out, or just it's not doing what it needs to do, I'm just like, I still don't even feel comfortable necessarily going out without makeup on.
Really?
Yeah, so you always feel that pressure of having to look a certain part, because that's kind of where our value has been placed, is solely on our looks.
Yeah.
So,
you know, it kind of goes into what I saw this clip with Rihanna when she was getting interviewed, and a lady had asked her, you know, what do you do when you don't feel as confident or don't feel as, you know, on? She was like, pretend.
Yeah.
What do you do on those days that you don't feel that confident or fearless or powerful like you did out there?
Pretend.
Fake it?
Yeah.
Until we make it?
I mean, why not? It's either that or cry myself to sleep. Who wants to do that?
I'm sure that's what y'all have, like you said, actors.
Yeah.
In a sense, like, I don't know. That just gets me down in here, because it's like, that's not real life.
Yeah.
We go through changes, hormonal changes. Men do too. Men models as well. And things happen. We'll have a pimple here. We'll have a moment where we're bloated here. And I think that it just needs to be understood more. And the agencies and all those things just needs to be understood and not, you know, looked down upon. And to give yourself grace. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself grace. Like, you're a growing woman. You're doing the best that you can. You're utilizing what God gave you. But I think that there needs to be some type of like, just reassurance that, hey, I am okay. I look great. I look fine without makeup, you know, and just know that you're beautiful and move forward with that. And I just want other models to know that for sure. But yeah, that pressure, oh, I hate that.
It's a lot.
Oh, what do you feel like aids in the pressure? Like, is it a certain entity? Is it media? Do you think media plays a part in it? What's accepted? Yeah.
I think for me, it's just always been more internal pressure.
Okay.
Just feeling like, this is how I make my money. So if I do something wrong that messes up my source of income, I can't pay my bills. So
exactly.
It's really more so myself. Because I feel like the media is becoming a little bit more open to diversity.
It is. I've been seeing that. I can't give it up for that. Like, it's being a little bit more inclusive.
Yeah. Just a little. It makes it seem like they are more than what they actually are. Actually worked at a really big modeling agency in Atlanta, and the reason I wanted to do it in Atlanta is because I wanted to see more Black girls, and just that one hand of all the other people they represented. It was just a hand. I was just like, how are we in Atlanta but we only got 4 or 5 Black people represented?
Because you got to think about it. Internally, it may still kind of be that, like, oh, what looks better is this maybe complexion, but the media can sometimes, like you said, in that small part, take that small part and be like, oh, this is this, but it's not everywhere yet, and it's still trying to get there. And my hope is that it gets there. You know what I'm saying? All right, so leading into my next one, I would love to know, even with seeing the downsides of modeling and kind of things that you go through, what's the best thing about modeling?
I feel terrible for saying this, but the money. And it's not because I like how money gives me freedom. I'm not just trying to like flex or buy expensive stuff, but I love I can get up and say I want to go to Spain for 3 months. and then be able to have the funds to pay for it because I did a campaign that covered the cost.
Yeah.
Definitely the paychecks.
Yeah. Everybody need their money, okay? Pay me what I'm worth. Okay.
I love the creative shoots, like just doing collaborative shoots and getting artsy and just being able to express myself in a different...
Be free.
Yeah. Because I love to create in different avenues. So during the creative shoots are always super fun. Yeah. The networking, I think, is the best part, though. Even before the money, is the people that you meet.
I'm sure.
And how you can connect. And it's just... It brings you to people in the places that you would never have thought to do on your own without the modeling being, like I was talking about before with the South Africa thing.
Yeah, y'all, Sierra just came back from South Africa, Cape Town, and
I did some modeling out there, which I would have never even thought to have gone to South Africa prior to, but it is. I've been to a lot of different countries, and South Africa is on the top of the list for me now.
And I'ma definitely go. Yes. She's making me want to go, so I gotta get my tail out there. But okay, I love to hear that. Just like you said, the networking, the paycheck, that is awesome, and it helps you to live.
Yeah, to live. Yeah. Travel.
Yeah. All right, so this is the last question. We done trucked along, guys. But what advice would you give to a young woman, young male that is trying to start in modeling?
That is a very great question.
Think of 15-year-olds.
I gotta think. Ew. Okay. This might be all over the place.
It's okay.
My mind is, because that's a great question.
Yeah. It could be bullet points. Like
Okay. That's fine. First thing I would say is it's a business. Don't take anything anybody tells you personally. If they recommend you change your hair color or they want you to get your measurements down, which is pretty much every agency usually tells the new models that you need to get your measurements down. You make that choice for yourself. If you want to do it, do it. But if you don't, know that somebody will still pick you, even if you can't get to whatever their standard of beauty is. I would say agencies are great in terms of connecting you with the clients, but if you don't have to go the agency route, don't. Or maybe start off with it just so you can get your own network of clients. If you want to start off with the agency to help you meet clients, have an end goal of getting out of the agency. So, and then just maintaining that relationship on your own with the client to book work, because you will make a lot more money freelancing and doing things without an agency constantly trying to dip into your paycheck. Which I had I'm telling y'all all my business.
No, it's okay. Tell what you want.
Okay. Yeah. Well, basically, I was modeling internationally. I was signed with multiple agencies, and everybody wanted a cut.
Ooh, that percentage.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
So I, of course, did the modeling. I did all the work, but yet I left with a quarter of the paycheck, which is...
That is just wrong. That's wrong, y'all. That is just wrong. That is not how things should work. If I'm the primary person on the camera, what?
To leave with the quarter. Don't get me started with that.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't have to go the agency route, I wouldn't recommend the agency route. Now with social media, which is what I didn't really have growing up. I mean, it was like just getting started. I would try to reach out to as many photographers as I can, as many models as I can, and just try to figure out how to collaborate to help grow yourself and your business. Using depending on what city you're in, but using hashtags like Chicago model, or if you're in Dallas, Dallas model. I've gotten so many jobs with just using that hashtag.
Nice.
So I would also recommend you do that.
Write that down, y'all, please. Write it down.
But yeah, I think collaborating, whatever people say, don't take it personally. And don't go to agency route if you don't have to. Or if you're gonna start, have an exit plan.
Ooh. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard it. But okay, y'all, so that is the end of the video. Y'all please make sure that you go and follow my girl Sierra. It's gonna be in the comments below. She also does amazing hair content. She's a beautiful model. She's multi-talented. So make sure you guys go and check her out.
And then we film a video on there too. So make sure you check on that or click on the, I guess I'll put it in the description box, the link for that.
Yeah, make sure you do. And then also comment below if you are a photographer, if you're a model, and any points that you loved about this video. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see y'all soon.
Bye.